Boom, popping right back out. It's the N.y.a show. How is everybody been? How we hanging? How we cooking up this week so far on this beautiful Tuesday that the Lord has given? I want to always shout out everybody that continue to support the show. Bounce right into that next topic of the week. It's 5 that lost their life in the Illinois tanker truck crash. Apparently died from ammonia exposure. What the father and his 2 children were amongst those perished in the accident. This is by Bill Hutchinson and Meredith Deliso. This is October 2nd. October 2nd. Now, this is a quick video, so it does me no harm to sit here and play it. So 1 second. Let's see, let me get that. Share that sounds. And let's see if I can avoid an ad.
We have new details in the deadly semi-truck crash in Illinois. A coroner says the 5 people who died after the ammonia started leaking from the truck, saying they were killed by exposure to the chemical. The victims included a father and 2 children, one 7 and the other 10. Autopsies are set for today, and authorities say it appears the accident started when someone tried to pass the semi.
You know, it get tricky when I'm on that road and you see people that are driving past them trucks. You don't know what the damn trucks got in there. And if that truck was to go, just to know that if that truck was to go a certain way, that something like this could happen, depending on what it's carrying. And it's the story out of Illinois. This exposure caused the death of 5 people, including 2 children. The tanker was loaded with the hazardous material overturned on the highway Friday night in a rural Illinois community, according to the beginning findings that they've been able to find on that. And I say that because if it only gets tougher. This is a small Illinois town, so unless it just catches some heat and suppression, nobody will really know. But I just feel like so many of us, especially down here in Georgia, we be on the kind of reload page. We out here on the roads a lot, and it's a lot of trucks that move through just the area in general. And it's like, just your luck that you somewhere on the highway, you trying to get where you trying to get, engagement to get to, job to get to, kids to get to, and a damn somebody, who don't know, who know better, ends up having this truck crash, and you end up being there, and y'all go from just looking, because the ammonia, it don't have a color and it don't have a smell. So you may just be riding, people riding by just caught in the crash area that couldn't move, then are taking in this ammonia, and they dying. Like I said, you can't see it. Like people who pass in the garage, or shit, like you be in the garage, leave your car running in the garage, in your little sandwich and shit, and you just fall asleep in the car, and then next thing you know, with the Lord. So it's like you have to be careful, because you can't. These people, they didn't know what was really coming their way, because you can't see it. You saw the crash, but whatever was coming from it is colorless and it has no smell. No smell. At least 7 other people from 6 different states were also treated at hospitals after being overcome by what authorities describe as a large plum cloud that was released when the tanker spill is low on the highway on east of Teutopolis, Illinois, in Effingham County. Coroner Kim Rose said in a statement on Sunday. So of course you're seeing the commotion of what happens when a truck flips, but when it comes to that particular content that ended up turning people into victims, you couldn't see it. Said 5 individuals lost their life due to the exposure from the crash site. 3 of the people killed were the same family. So that was just the car people who are around it, family, a whole family. Think about that, the whole family gone. Let's see, those who identified, this information wasn't out there at first, so let's put some respect on the names. 34-year-old Kenneth Bryan of that Teutopolis, and his 2 children, 7-year-old Rosie Bryan and 2-year-old Walker Bryan, both of Beecher City, Illinois. Danny Smith, 67, of New Haven, Missouri, and Basil Servovan, 31, of Ohio, apparently succumbed to exposure from the ammonia. The deadly highway wreck unfolded around 8:40. So yeah, man, you probably had niggas we probably been jet leaving the Piccadilly, jet leaving the Golden Corral. I don't know how y'all fancy your folks do it, but this sounds like a family going home kind of thing. If it's 8:40, it was 8:40 on a Friday. semi truck spill over, ammonia starts spilling out and terrible. And all of a sudden you go from, like you imagine, bro, it's a lot of different ways that people can take you out in this world. You know what I'm saying? But for you to just be naturally taken out by your own, just, see, out for a second there, but it still kicks into what I was saying. Look, the hazmat stickers on there. You riding going home, maybe, and this type of thing happen. Like I said, it's clear, colorless gas, and that is toxic. If it's inhaled, you'll, all that type of stuff. And I ain't trying to be funny now, but that's just the kind of stuff that happens when you can't breathe. A lot of people know how it goes when you taking in something, and it even stink. It ain't got to be colorless and odorless. It can just stink, and it'll just take up you'd be walking around somewhere like this. So imagine not to be able to smell it at all and just creep up on you. 7 people, including 4 teenagers, were treated at an area hospital for exposure, including 2 who were admitted to the hospital. About 500 residents live within the roughly 2 square miles of the crash site, were initially evacuated. So they got people up out of there. Authorities said they were allowed to return to their homes on Saturday after the danger from the ammonia spill dissipated. So representatives of the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency also responded to the scene, because it's just like the train crash that happened a couple of months ago, and all that toxic stuff came out, and people had to leave their houses. Shit, and I ain't got time to be going. Imagine people you dodge and leaving the state for some natural, it still is natural disasters. You can avoid having to leave for that, and then you turn around and have to leave because somebody tank done turned over with toxins. If you don't get up out of it, it could be hard to breathe. So let me know what y'all thoughts are on this story. Five lost their life in Illinois, small towns. Like I said, RIP to them folks, because nobody else really too much. They wouldn't, care. They won't get that much grace. But it could be anybody, because these damn trucks, you don't know what they carrying, and y'all want to speed patty goddamn truck and went on flip, and you get you got somebody like that, they should find your ass, and they should, hit you with that charge too. It's the N.y.a show, and I appreciate y'all folks as always.